Welcome to Small Business Update. I'm John Fruitkin, and I'm here with Adam Buck. Today, we are talking about estate planning. Everybody thinks about this as like, what happens when I'm dead, right? But it's really so much more than that. It's what happens when I'm not hanging around my lawyer, something bad happens. So let's talk a little bit about estate planning.
All right. Well, estate planning, let me get my slides here going. All right. So estate planning, a lot of people think of an estate as you've got to be wealthy, a wealthy estate. And they think if I'm not rich, I don't need one. But really, an estate is simply a fancy term for everything you own, whether it's a lot or a little, but everybody's got stuff that we accumulate. So no matter how small or large it is, you can't take it with you when you die. You got to do something with it. And the question is, do you want to control how those things are given and to who you give the things to and the organizations you care about most? Or are you going to leave it to the government? So what's estate planning? It's just simply making a plan in advance, naming those whom you want to receive the things that you own when you die. So it's a very simple plan saying, I've accumulated all of this in my life, and here's how I want it to go when I die. So the myth is that estate planning is only for the elderly. Now, it would be nice if we knew when we were going to die and we could plan accordingly, but unfortunately, it's not just the elderly that pass away, it is people of all ages. So it's important. The other one is the estate planning is only for the very wealthy. And as we discussed, it doesn't matter if you have a lot or a little, you still have to have a plan on what to do with it when you pass away. So as I stated before, if you don't make a plan at all, fortunately, the government has created a plan for you. You might not like it, you might not know about it. It may be completely different from what you want, but there is a plan because we don't let people's stuff just sit in limbo forever. There are statutes that say who gets what. But the problem is, if you don't make a plan, it can be costly because you've got to get the courts involved, you got to get lawyers involved, and it may not be how you want things to go. So you also have the option of a last will and testament. And this is a document that provides your instructions, but it does not avoid probate. So you've got to go get lawyers involved, go into court, get somebody appointed who's going to handle your business and take care of the distribution of your assets. So it's a step in the right direction, but you still have to deal with the issue of probate. And probate can take 9 months to 2 years or longer to do, and it's all open to the public. And you're really pushing the burden onto your family to deal with this because you didn't plan for it while you were alive. So Revocable Trust, a lot of people have heard of these. It's just a written document that says how you want things to go when you die. You appoint a trustee. You don't have to go into court. It's not public. The judges don't get involved. The trustee simply follows your instructions. And if you've titled everything correctly, then it's pretty seamless and easy. And you can change that. A lot of people don't understand that you can change it during the course of your life. So if you do one now, when you're 30, it doesn't mean it has to stay that way until you're 90.
So we use the word revocable. You could revoke it.
You can revoke it, yes.
Or amend it.
So the cost, everybody talks about this. Well, which one is less expensive? Well, and that depends on, are you talking about the cost to you or the cost to your family members after you die? Because certainly doing nothing is the cheapest way to go. Then you've got a will, that's the next cheapest. And then the trust is the most expensive. However, if you look at it from a more holistic standpoint, you're actually saving your family time and money by doing a trust. So the reality is it will likely cost your estate 2 to 3 times more for you to have the court involved in the administration than what you actually pay an attorney to do a trust for you while you're alive.
Well, if it all goes well. Once
If
you
it all
go into
goes-
court, you're basically asking everybody to come cause problems for you. So usually there's not a problem, but sometimes
There
there
can be.
is.
And relying on a will places a burden on your family members. That's the thing, is it's not an easy task to be a personal representative or a trustee. And so you just want to make it as easy as possible for those who are going to be doing cleanup, after you die.
For those watching this and not listening, there's a very stressed out woman. That is how you will look. You'll look very stressed out. She has her reading glasses. She's taken them off and is staring at a screen, perplexed. That's what you're doing to your family. I'm just saying, doing a trust, not a bad idea.
Well, that's one way to look at it, is you're helping your family members. You're doing them, it's a gift from you to them because you took care of your estate plan in advance.
Yep.
So the question is it time for you to make an estate plan? I guess that depends on everybody, your personal circumstances. Have you made one? Do you need to revise it? But it's at least worth having a discussion and talking about it.
Yeah. So what are some big life events that you think of that make you say, hey, it's probably time to amend or update your estate plan?
A lot of times when people move, you move to a different jurisdiction, that could be a good time to update it. Divorce, simply, marriage.
Yeah.
When you have children,
Yeah.
maybe when your children become adults and they're no longer, minors.
Yep. And when they get married and you don't like their spouse, or you really do,
Right.
grandkids, but any life change.
Yeah.
Any major life change of a job. So
Mhm.
there's a lot of triggers for it. We recommend everybody just think about it or look at it at least once a year. There's other elements to estate planning too that I kind of alluded to at the beginning. We really recommend that you do a healthcare power of attorney that will give somebody the permission to make decisions for you. And there's other types of things, including healthcare directives, that allow you to have some control when you're still alive. So all these elements, including what happens to you when you pass away, are really, really important for you to express in writing, sign, following all the rules so that it's effective when you need it. Because like Adam said, turns out you don't get to pick the time and you don't get to pick the age. All you get to do is know that today you're around and that you can do something about it. So let us know if we could be helpful. We do estate planning. There's other lawyers who do it. There are ways to do it online. Of course, you need to consider what's best for you and your family. Anything I'm missing?
Just a lot of people have been contacting us about durable power of attorney. When someone, is unable to manage they're alive, but they're just not able to care for themselves and make decisions. So that's another thing to consider as well.
Yeah. All right. Estate planning. Talk to you soon.